Chris Rock had like a really, really bad first pitch, and he had it erased from the internet history.
What? Baba Booey had a great pitch, and you can see it.
That's always available.
Did Chris Rock have his bad pitch scrubbed from the internet?
I think so.
Did he? Because I've never seen it.
I think I read something about that.
I've never seen the Chris Rock
Alex Jones
pitch.
Conspiracy.
Have you ever seen the Chris Rock pitch, Sean? You're our baseball expert.
Yeah, I have seen it.
Oh,
I have seen it. Oh, it's terrible.
Was it erased from history?
He tried to get it erased, but like most things on the internet,
it's not there.
But it is harder to
Deep
find
web.
than you would think.
Yeah, it's on deep
I have
web
seen
sites.
It.
It's a deep fake of it.
Yeah, it's terrible.
You know,
it's embarrassing.
People say, and we'll get to the theme song soon after this conversation.
Yeah.
Of course.
People say, be careful what you put on the internet because it's going to be there forever. Be careful. You're going to be an old lady. You're going to see shit you did in high school. You're going to regret it. I don't think that's true. I think that after like 5 years, it's really hard to find stuff if it isn't being curated.
Because there's so much bullshit on the internet constantly.
Not only that, but like websites go down. Like everything I uploaded on MySpace, where's that? That was 5 years of my life, and it's just gone.
Just think of all the YMNTD.
You're the man now, though.
Yeah, whatever that
Like,
was.
Those are up,
like,
I think.
Dead Journal,
All of them are up?
LiveJournal,
Brian Peppers is
MySpace,
up?
all the social media I did when I was in high school, that stuff is gone. All those posts are gone. All those photos are gone.
Yeah.
I thought, everything would be there forever.
I spent such a long time pimping my AIM profile. I had like
Yeah.
Comic Sans in there, and that's deleted.
Me too.
Shit.
Can't look it up.
Yeah, so I actually think go nuts on the internet.
Yeah.
Do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Nobody's watching.
It's temporary.
None of this is going to matter. It's all temporary. Unless you're paying for that encryption, cloud-based data service.
That's some Hillary shit. I don't know about
Yeah,
that.
it's not gonna last. Anyways, now we can do the theme song.
As I am, this may mean you'll have to be a stronger man. Rest assured that when I start to make you nervous and I'm going to extremes, tomorrow I will change and today won't mean a thing. I'm a bitch, I'm a lover, I'm a child, I'm a mother, I'm a sinner, I'm a saint. I do not feel ashamed, I'm your help.
We are.
Thank you, Kevin, for choosing me.
Hey,
as
Garrett.
the
Damn,
as
now
the
we know who
chosen-
the favorite is.
As the
Come
chosen
on,
one.
Kevin.
Hold
I
on.
think
Kevin,
is-
come
was it
on.
Garrett
Yeah,
Post-
that's
Garrett.
Yes.
Do like 30 seconds of stand-up comedy for us.
Oh, no,
All
no,
right,
no, no,
come
no. I don't want to do that.
All right,
Do
you've
your
seen
bit.
him.
I don't want to be a
You-
stand-up
you've
comedian.
seen
This
him.
This guy's always funny.
You'll
Garrett
like him.
Hunter.
There he is.
Go ahead.
So, you know how your parents got to break that news to you?
What news?
That news
What
of how
news?
the birds in the... Shut up in the front row there, you fucking baseball. Take your glasses off when I'm speaking to you.
the sex talk.
Gotta have that sex talk. Mom's telling you about the bird and the bees. Where does it come from? How does it get made?
How does it get made?
As a tender young boy, I thought to myself these questions. How does it get made? I asked Mom, what is sex? What does it mean? Where do boys and girls come from?
What
Where
is
do
it?
babies come from?
What'd she say, boss?
Quiet, you. She said, honey, sweet child of mine, would your privates fit into my privates? Horror swept across my face as I realized an image popping into my head. I couldn't keep it out, and then dread covered the rest of my puberty.
Dread covered.
And I have no regrets going forward, but I hope the sound is working correctly.
It couldn't.
Oh
be,
yeah, it was. Yeah,
It couldn't be. That was great.
That was like slam poetry.
beautiful.
Yeah.
You can't think
I'm
of
more
a
of a
worse way
storyteller.
to say it to someone.
I'm
That's
like an
the
East
worst thing
Coast.
you could say.
I'm like an East Coast storyteller.
It was like Brooklyn therapy.
Yeah.
The kid from
nice.
Brooklyn.
Yeah.
The kid from Brooklyn is dead.
Do you remember?
What?
That is the bit we worked on in my living room.
I don't remember what the bit was, but that's a good one. It's a lot
It
better
was
now.
somehow revolved around that story back like 3 years ago when we both sat down and we were like,
Yeah,
let's run some shit by each other.
Let's workshop our shit.
Do you think this is a funny story?
Yeah, that was a fun night.
That's a funny story, and it's
How do you
true.
build it?
It's true.
So
Which makes me uncomfortable.
Truest stories are the funniest. You know, my mom had a very eloquent way of explaining sex to me.
Right.
Could have done it another way, maybe.
Literally any other way.
I don't think she saw the impact that was coming. No, it was all fine. It worked out.
You should remind her what she said now.
No.
'Cause there's no
I think-
way that she remembers that.
I think it'd be like, Stern's mother denies a lot of the shit he talks about that she did to him when she was a kid.
Right.
I think it'd be a lot of like, that didn't happen. No,
Yeah.
I didn't do that.
I would never.
Did your parents ever spank you? Anybody here get spanked?
Yeah,
by
I
their
did.
parents?
I got
Belt, fly swatter.
Okay, yeah,
I
me
didn't get
too.
that. I didn't get that.
Plastic hanger.
I used
Not
to
that
get
intense.
spanked
It was
with
the
like,
80s. It
with
was
like
cool, man.
everything that like I would be spanked with this if there was a microphone
Yeah.
around, like
Oh my
anything
God.
within
Oh,
arm's
man.
reach. My mom would spank me with, and now she does this thing where she's blocked it out, and she's actually told me like,
Because it's not appropriate anymore.
I know, but she's actually told me like,
It's not.
You're so lucky you had a mother like me, somebody who would. I see all these mothers spanking their kids, and I just think like, how could you do that? And it like, at first I thought she was joking, like you're messing with me, but as it went on and I talked to her, I started to realize that she's really convinced herself it never happened, and it started making me fucking angry.
Dude,
Well,
she's
yeah.
she's gaslighting you.
Exactly, because I'd be like, I don't know what you're
I
saying.
looked that up the other day.
You're saying you didn't spank me, like you did. So you want to talk about that? What are you talking about? There's nothing to talk about. Like it makes me feel like I'm going crazy. but
Right.
I know.
Now,
what
like,
happened,
originally,
so.
you-
it makes me so angry.
you were over the fact that you were spanked. Right?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
It's like,
Yeah.
it happened.
What I'm angry about now is that she
Yeah,
doesn't
she-
even
'cause
remember.
she can't own up to it. You remember the spanking,
Yeah.
and you
Yeah.
had to deal with that.
Exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Process and
But
carry it
now
with you.
she's just blocking out what
No
she
guilt.
did to
But
you.
I don't know. Is it like as a parent, she's so guilty, her mind can't handle the fact that it happened because it happened, and so she's convinced herself it didn't. I don't know.
Crazy.
But it's one of those things, like don't talk about in the household. She'll bring it up and I'll be like, don't talk about it because I'm just gonna get
You-
pissed. I'm just gonna get pissed off.
Yeah, see, I guess my parents never bring up like the bad stuff from me and my sister fucking up as kids.
No.
But we got in trouble plenty of times, and there were shitty consequences.
Yeah.
But now it's just like, we don't dwell on that. But they don't go around going like, oh, you're so lucky for us.
I don't remember. I remember like there was the threat of like a spanking, whatever. Like I don't remember even my parents saying anything, but I just thought like if I act bad, that'll happen. But the only thing I remember, there was some party at my parents' house. I was a little kid. I must have been like 3 or something. And I have a distinct memory of like I was having a fit. And I think my mom just kind of went like, hey, just like, give me a tap. Just like, hey, stop doing that.
Whoa.
But I was never like hit
Yeah.
or anything, or anything like that. It was just kind of a tap. And then it was like, that was enough. That was scary. That was like, oh, physical contact. Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, I got hurt.
Really? Yeah. I got a SWAT. But
I remember-
I wasn't like beat up right
You never got
No,
like welts?
yeah.
You got
No.
you got some pretty good welts over the years, I'm sure.
I have this vivid memory of my mom chasing me with a rake through the yard.
Oh my god.
And I don't remember what I did, but I just remember something involving a rake, and she grabbed it, and she's running like 2 hands with the rake, and I'm running in front of her, like, yeah.
I only got it bad a couple of times, and then I fucking learned from those
shaped up.
mistakes. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's how they
I
did
never
it.
learned.
Still breaking the rules.
I never learned. Anyways, enough about
Hey,
that.
Enough about that. Hey, we need to talk about the biggest event of the year. Everybody wants us to discuss it because
Right.
it's such a hot ticket event. Tanacon was this weekend.
yeah.
VidCon happened this weekend, but no one's talking about
No.
that. That's passé. There are a lot of YouTubers out there, all your favorite YouTubers who couldn't go or didn't want to go to VidCon. They started this second event at the same time down the street.
Yeah.
And it was a lot, people who weren't allowed to, for whatever reason, weren't at VidCon. It was started by, I don't know how to say her last name, Tana Mongeau.
Oh, it's named
Tana
after her.
Mongeau.
This sounds passive aggressive.
Do you know her last name?
Sounds like
I don't.
Sundance and
Tana
Slamdance.
Mongeau.
Tana Mongeau. Anyway, I don't know how to pronounce
Tana
it.
Mongiana.
Tana Mongeau. And anyway, so she said we're going to do this event. And I think it was partially like free.
It was free unless you had a VIP package, from
Yeah.
what I understand.
Nice.
But here's what was funny about it. It was literally at the venue we do game days every year. And it was a tremendous disaster.
Because imagine... go ahead.
Oh, no. No, exactly.
Well, I was going to say, imagine game days. So those of you who've been to game days too, imagine that place and that venue, And then imagine 20,000 people showing up.
And no organization.
And no organization.
It was like the panel
no.
rooms had 50 seats in them. I mean, I'll say right now, ours has more than 50 seats. So I don't know why they would limit it. I didn't get that.
Yeah,
Because
we
you know
had
what it was?
hundreds of
We
seats.
take up the
VIP
whole
package.
thing and make it one big room.
Yeah.
But they wanted separate rooms to have separate panels.
Yeah,
so
I think that's what it was.
Like 10 people per
Yeah.
room.
But what was really funny about it,
Jesus.
this was the best
It was
part.
that successful? They had that many just heads
Well,
show up?
they had a ton of like huge YouTubers.
Well,
you know,
it's
huge
funny.
followings.
I haven't heard anything about this,
Yeah, me
Yeah.
neither.
but I talk to that hotel every year to book game days.
Yeah.
So I know how big their biggest room is.
Yeah.
And all the questions they ask
Yeah,
when
yeah.
you're trying to book an event there.
Yeah, you know better than anyone.
And how much a 50-seat room costs
Yeah.
versus a 500-seat room. And I know their biggest room can only hold like 900 people. So.
Well,
What a shit show.
Yeah.
well, here's what's crazy.
Well, they always ask me how many people are coming to your event. I mean, flat out, that's always question number one.
Well, yeah, they should have said 20,000. But this is the best part, and this is what I want to bring up is, the event. It was, I mean, some people compared it to the Firefest thing. People paid flew out and paid for VIP packages and never got in and
I
never
was
got to
thinking
do
of
anything.
That ball pit con.
Yeah, DashCon.
Dash
People
Con.
compared it to that.
It sounded like
It
that
was just
kind of
nothing
thing.
for them, and they ended up having to can the event. They canceled the event. They couldn't do it there. Well, this is what I was getting to is
Round one.
Tana just said basically Tana said why has no YouTuber done their own event like this before? Like it's hard because no one's ever done something like
Okay,
this.
do your
wait
research,
a
Santa Montana.
So I just want to throw it out there in case anyone hasn't heard about it. MEGA64 Game Days every year at the exact same venue without a hitch, and it's happening again November. I think it's 10th and 11th this
that's
year.
it.
And go to mega64.com/gamedays. All the info is there, and it's going to be fun.
Buy a
like it is
ticket.
every year.
You won't be let in without
Buy
a ticket.
We will let you in though.
Can we invite Tana?
We should. She's doing a
She should
panel.
be a guest.
Yeah.
Yeah, give her a booth.
And honestly, legitimately, if she was a guest and just talked about what a fucking disaster it was, how riveting.
That'd be great.
would
That would be a good
That
panel.
would be. I would be on the edge of my seat.
Because I bet there's footage of the chaos.
Yeah. It was all over Twitter, yeah.
So yeah, like piece stuff together, like
I
curate
want
it.
to see it through her eyes for the hour. That would be a fantastic.
Yeah,
Is there
it would be
a
like
theater?
an in-person experience. Just down this hallway, someone knocked
yeah.
over a display.
Yeah, that'd
It's
be
like when
great.
you go to Boston, they go like to give history tours walking down the trail. You know,
Yeah.
she'd
Yeah.
say like, "Oh, over here's where some kid got punched."
Now, I'm just a little bit saddened that Tana can get 20,000 people to show up unannounced, and we're still scrapping.
It
to
wasn't
get-
just Tana though.
Yeah,
There was
they
a
had
lot of
other people
YouTubers.
scrapping
Also,
at that.
they
Hey,
did-
we had Game Grumps,
Yeah.
Funhouse.
They
Funhouse.
They
Where
played
was our
so far.
Cheap ass
20,000?
gamer.
Yeah.
He's there every fucking
Yeah.
year.
Yeah.
Jared Thorburn.
Wait, is it her last name?
Jared.
Her last name's pronounced Mongo? Because Mongo sounds like the
cares?
servant of an evil
Hey,
scientist.
who,
I
gi-
love Mongo.
who gives a
Get off
shit?
Berserk.
So I saw what they
fucking
were
care.
giving away for like the VIP packages.
Yeah.
It was a cell phone holder with her Tanacon on it.
Cool.
And
eBay this shit. That's
a condom that said Tana condom.
What?
That was
A pun.
that was what they gave away.
Nice.
So that was worth the
They
money.
condone getting freaky in the hotel room. I do too, though.
Yeah, I mean,
So
yeah,
I guess
sure.
we
That's
agree
you.
on some things.
That's
Connor.
you.
Yeah, yeah.
Mongo.
Mongo, doesn't that sound like a character in Manos Hands of Fate?
Sounds like I'm
Mongo,
mispronouncing the fruit.
Mongo, put up the Temple of Baal.
we're gonna do. We could do condoms that say MEGA64 fornication.
Ooh.
Just saying. We
MEGA64 play.
Ooh.
You don't need condoms for that.
MEGA64 skin.
Yeah.
Mega 64 gasm.
Oh, MEGA69.
Ooh. Yeah. And it's like an instruction manual.
Yeah.
Mega.
Mega 64.
Oh.
Mega 60 fuck. I mean, you can.
Yeah, that's
Mega.
dirty.
Someone. This is from the Mega 64G.
That's good. That's good.
Nice. One condom.
Getting deviant.
One condom.
I just said Mega 64.
Mega
Did you not
64.
hear it? Kevin just suggested Mega 64. Did I not just fucking say that?
No, Frank said it.
No.
No, he said 60 fuck.
I said 60.
Oh, I'm getting confused with all of our great ideas.
Shows you how no one listens to me once again.
Tanacon.
Mega 64
Nothing.
Condom.
What are we
No
No,
one
that's
cares.
back to the Tana dumb
That's
idea.
back to the
That's-
beginnings.
No one
Get rid of
cares.
that.
It's unbelievable. No one cares about me. What does that even mean? What the hell are you even talking about?
MEGA64 section.
Dude.
Mega 60 Turbo Force.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is that?
Is that a Power Rangers thing? It sounds like it would be.
No, it's not.
No, they're on Dino Crystals now.
Ah.
Or whatever.
Mega 60 SPD.
They're on. That was legit. Garrett was the only person that
Mega
fucking
60
nailed that joke.
RIPD.
I just hold on. I like to throw out some inaccurate Power Rangers stuff real casually, and then see Rocco's brain start churning as he debates whether he should correct me or not.
It's not worth
And
it.
he was just about to until you cut him off.
It's not worth it. Oh my god, the Comic-Con exclusives this year. Psycho Silver. Fuck.
Oh.
Mega 64 sex. So you know what it's for.
Oh, okay.
For sex.
We moved on.
What are we pitching here?
We're on the Power Rangers
We're,
now.
I was trying to get
Hey,
away from the Power Rangers exclusives. at
Speaking
Comic-Con.
Sounds
of,
horny.
hey, speaking of me, discussing things that are just great and interesting, I want to address something that was troubling to me, or kind of concerning, I should say. Last podcast, and it wasn't just last podcast. It was exactly 1 year ago as well, and it's funny how this worked out. Both this year and last year at the exact same time, like this post E3 podcast, we had to do like a quick in between podcast. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like where this year, we did it on a Monday because we weren't around Sunday. We were working on stuff.
Right.
And so we had to do a quick one here. It was kind of, and then last year we did it at a lake. At the same time
Oh,
last
yeah.
year,
Hell yeah.
we
That
did
was the lake
we
cow?
did a quick one at a lake.
That was
Yeah.
a year ago.
That was my least favorite podcast last year.
Really? Why?
I just
It was rushed.
That's the only one that sticks out in my mind as being bad.
Yeah. Well, I just wanted to say the feedback I got on that one and this one a year later, the feedback I always get is Rocco's talking about E3. Look how mad Derek is. Look how much Derek hates that Rocco's bringing up E3, and he's so upset. You could tell he doesn't want to talk with it.
They're watching my
God.
secret podcast.
But I
You
just
have a whole show going on. It's
I
secret.
just want to say it really is okay. I didn't expect Derek to even at all try to appease me with a I knew Derek had not seen the keynotes. It was of no offense to me. Everything's fine. There's always this kind of like
I think too.
You
Can I
know-
chime in? People are making this. People love drama, and they
Soap
want to
opera.
make
and
this
they want to get it.
Rocco versus Derek dynamic.
Yeah.
Can I just go on record and say that E3 has been so incredibly boring to me for like 6 years? What
Yeah,
the
sure.
fuck has been newsworthy from E3 from the last 6 years? What has stuck around, Frank?
Scorpio.
You leaned in because I felt like maybe you had an answer, but I don't know. I stopped going to E3 a couple years ago, and I never looked back because I feel like they just announced the next sequel to the same old shit, and it's just
Yeah.
really boring to me. It has nothing to do with Rocco. It could be fucking Brad Pitt talking about E3.
and
I would not care.
And and likewise in the not caring department we all are around each other all the time. I've known these guys for so many years, and I know that's a subject that I will talk about that Derek won't have, and it's fine.
But that's
for
for
the record.
them.
For the
Yeah,
record.
yeah.
You're talking
I'm glad
about
to
it
talk
for
about
them.
it
Yeah.
because even if I tune out, I know that a lot of people watch it for this information that we're providing them.
Yeah,
and that's why I'm
it's
glad that
really-
you went.
yeah.
Same with the Power Rangers thing. As much shit as we give you for it, there are people out there who like to hear you talk about that. So go ahead.
But-
I'm gonna check out for a little bit. Don't mind me back here.
But
just
also-
again, has nothing to do with Rocco, but
Yeah.
new
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed, new Smash Brothers.
No, totally.
Fucking 5 years in a row of this shit. I get it.
No, and
I fucking get it.
And here's the thing: I'm excited. I play all that shit. I have fun with all that stuff. But I totally understand that sentiment too. So yeah, Derek is not in tune with that. So I talk about it and not him, and that's fine. So anyway, I know there's people who do perceive it as like, oh, he doesn't have to. Oh, he's not saying. But it's really it's okay. Everything is all right, and it's not. Anyway, I just feel like I always. And likewise, too, I'm sure there's stuff that you guys talk about, and I have nothing to offer, and that's okay, too. It's all good.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's
They're
all.
just-
I just want to make sure I don't know. I'm used to that stuff. We're around each other, so we know we have our own rhythms kind of in place. You know what I mean? You know, and I know there's certain things that I will have nothing to offer if Sean talks about MLB, but I know that that's super great for other people. So, you know what I mean? But I know we know our own rhythms, so it's, you know, but other people might not know. So anyway, I'm just saying, it's all good.
It's really funny to me. The most exciting thing to come out of E3, in my opinion, was Resident Evil 2 Remake.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. That was my favorite thing there.
Dude, a 20-year-old game was the most exciting announcement.
Right.
Can I
at
make
E3.
a
Audible?
controversial statement?
Okay.
It looked too gross and too graphic to me. Like,
You're
it
fucking kidding me.
when they were ripping the skin off of like the neck and the
Hell yeah.
tendons, I was
Sean.
like, I think we've gotten too real looking.
right.
It's not for your
Now's-
kids, dude.
Yeah,
It's
no,
for
it's for
me.
me.
Now's
It's
when
for
I
me and
Played
you.
original Resident Evil.
Hey,
yeah.
now's when I go silent on this podcast.
No, I mean, hey, you know what? Like, cool if you like it. But I saw that and was like, ooh, yucca pucka. I don't know.
Dude, if
Yeah,
you
it's-
knew
it's
the
Resident-
shape
it's
of
Resident
the licker's
Evil.
claws,
Oh, fuck.
you would know that would do that kind of damage.
Sean,
It would just, it would
one
be
of
like
the-
loose meats.
one of the best games ever, Resident Evil 4. You played it.
Yeah.
I mean, bugs landing on you and dripping acid until your
Totally.
head rots off.
Totally.
Okay.
But no. You're right. Everything is the same.
Damn, I'm right.
But the graphics are so much better now that
Yeah,
I am like
yeah.
uncomfortable.
Dude, I want to see fucking.
If
Claire.
it was
I wanna see
Resident
what
Evil
she
style
looks like.
graphics, I could handle it. But now we're getting to the point like it looks fucking real, and this is so detailed.
Someone in the chat got it right. It's not called Resident Nice.
Yeah.
It's not.
True.
You know what? That is a good point.
One detail I didn't mention about Resident Evil 2 Remake, they have the fat zombie in there.
I
And
saw that
when
in
you
the
see him
demo.
in the demo, he's clawing at the vending machine. Like, oh, I fucking love that. I love that
And
they have the fat zombie.
always way harder to put down. Gotta get your headshots
That is
in.
fat shaming.
It's physics.
It's bullshit.
No, it's physics.
In
You're gonna
2018,
need more 9mm tape.
No room for that.
Slow
Don't
down.
need that.
You're not gonna hit
Yeah.
any vitals.
I'm being
Fuck
told that I'm a bitch.
These game
No,
creators
you're
are
good.
making
I'm
shit
sorry.
great.
You know what? He is a bitch.
I
He's
said it was controversial.
He is a bitch. He's a lover.
No
He's a
negative
child
Sean
and a
talk.
mother.
No
I'm a
negative.
sinner, but I'm also a saint.
There's a positive zone.
Shouldn't be
Getting Sean
ashamed.
pumped
That's
up.
why I remember that song. Something a bit restraint.
He shouldn't be ashamed.
Hey, I've been
What were
playing-
you most excited about from E3? Was it Resident Evil 2?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think
I
across
straight
the
up
board-
agree.
Resident
I
Evil
agree.
2.
Hit the nail
I
on
thought
the head.
I
Yeah,
thought
right.
in terms of the stuff we already knew about, you know, and like sequels and everything, a lot of the stuff at E3 looked good. Like that Resident Evil 2 remake looks awesome. It looks like both a remake and a follow-up to 4. I mean, it was great, but in terms of new stuff, this E3
You know what?
did not
We,
deliver, in my opinion.
We didn't do GDC this year, but I think it was last year. Whenever the last time Tim Schafer hosted GDC, maybe it was 2 or 3 years ago.
I think I know what you're going to say.
He presented this award. I think it was Most Innovative Video Game Award.
Yeah.
And he made this joke on stage, which is like, wow, this year we're giving the award to such games like Uncharted 3 and what's another thing? Assassin's Creed 4. He's like, what innovations will they make next year? Perhaps they'll figure out how to put the number 5 after a video game title. And it was this really funny joke. But at the same time, this was like one of the lead creators of video games in the industry
Yeah.
at the #1 award show event for the night, making jokes about how the products in the industry are stale. And I feel like that's like significant to have a leader in the industry at the most celebrated. You know, he's not some comedian like us in his own podcast making these jokes.
No,
it's like center of the stage, spotlight on you, and you're
Yeah.
making jokes about how everything is repetitive.
Yeah.
And I think that kind of sheds some light on the current situation in video games.
And the one AAA original new game done by a auteur is Death Stranding by Kojima.
Yeah.
But this is year 3 of like when is it? What,
We finally
so
got
that was the only
gameplay,
thing I
though.
could say.
That other one,
that was
I can
cool.
never remember the name of it, but that like samurai.
Ghost of
looking-
Tsushima.
Yes, that to me, I think that was right up my
That looked
alley.
dope. That
I was
looked dope.
excited about that.
Yeah.
I'm really excited about that one. Looked beautiful. So I'm excited.
But yeah.
I played a video game,
Hell yeah,
which is
what'd you
rare
play?
for me.
Nice.
I played Mario Aces.
Hell yeah.
Oh,
What is that? Tennis?
It's
Yeah.
tennis, yeah.
It just came out.
Yeah, it just came out. I love all the Mario games, Mario Strikers, Mario whatever. They added a story to this,
okay.
which is silly because it's a tennis game, and it's like you went in this temple, gotta play me tennis first, and it's like
Yeah.
okay, but you know.
Well, I
whatever.
kind of like that it has these RPG elements a little bit.
but it's weird. I honestly can't tell you. I'm not far enough into it yet to tell you if I really like it or not. Right now, it's kind of like I just like playing tennis, and I don't.
Is there arcade mode where you could just go
Yes,
two-player?
you can do that. You
Okay.
can do that.
Is
So-
Birdo selectable?
I haven't tried Birdo. I don't know. I think you have to unlock stuff. Like I'm playing the single player so I can unlock the different.
Does this play
levels
like
and-
Wii Tennis, or do you use
No.
the thumbstick? How's the gameplay?
With the Joy-Con, you can use it like that, definitely.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, or you can just, I was playing it when I was the portable.
Like classic
Net.
control, like
Virtual
Yeah, you
console.
can play it
It's
anywhere.
an- yeah, it's an
Thumbstick.
arcade tennis game.
Yeah, and you know what? I know I'm not far enough into it yet. I know I'm gonna get so fucking mad at this game though, because it's doing things like the course, the court rather, has different piranha plants in the middle of it, and it keeps eating the ball and spinning it back out in a different direction. It's like, oh fuck this! This is gonna suck later.
I like Nintendo sports games.
Yeah.
Me too.
And even when the Nintendo NES Classic came out, and I ended up modding it. Ooh. But one game that wasn't on there that I like put on and ended up being one of my favorite games was the old NES hockey game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like just something
that's
about
fun.
Nintendo sports games. They're simple, but they like work in their simplicity. Like me too. I love Mario Strikers, the soccer game.
Yeah.
Was it just called ice hockey?
Yeah, I think it was.
That was one.
We were talking about this. A caller called into the PPS on Wednesday, and we were talking about how good that game was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could like fight people.
Fuck
and,
yeah.
Yeah, that's
You
very
know,
cool.
like
And
pass the puck, shoot it. That's it.
I'll say one of the top games ever made is straight up is Wii Sports. I really believe that. Like
Yeah.
that was not only was the technology out of this world when it came out, but also like it just nails all the little simple games fantastically.
Yeah.
You know, and
Tennis was
that's a
great
Nintendo
in that.
classic to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
But regarding Mario Aces, I would love to tell you how it was. Amazon, just couldn't deliver my copy at launch, lost it. So yeah, I keep forgetting they've done that to me 100 times. I just keep doing it, and I forget. I don't know what Amazon's problem is.
For some reason,
It might be your driver.
I think it's just embedded in my brain to go to a store to buy a video game. Like I do that.
We're
I've
old.
never ordered it online.
It's
I
cheaper.
downloaded it before.
Doing it through Amazon and pre-ordering it, it's 20% off. So it's cheaper
there
doing
you-
that.
There you go.
But
then you get this problem.
then you don't get the game.
was
so
it
doesn't
worth
really matter.
$6?
I have this thing when I was a
13.
kid.
Oh, that's a lot more.
I used to look at games that were coming out and like really anticipate their release, but the desire to play them would eat me up so bad I had to train myself not to do it. So now I buy games like you in the store because I don't know they're out until I hear about people playing them.
Right.
Because there's just something like if there's a really cool game and I'm like looking forward to it, it like kills me that I can't play it.
Yeah.
So I just try to avoid that news. Which may be another reason why I don't like E3. I remember saying that about E3. Like, you're waiting in line to play the Wii and the Wii U and all this stuff. It's like, I'll just play it when it comes out. Because
Yeah.
I'm going to play it for 15 minutes and be like, damn, I wish I was still playing it. And I'd rather not.
Well, that's why like Resident Evil
punish
2
myself.
is like the most exciting game out of E3 for me. I think like objectively, like for me, I think Last of Us 2 is probably gonna be my most favorite game I played that was shown off there, but that's not coming out for like a year.
Yeah.
I was so excited at Resident Evil 2 because it's coming out in January. Like, oh, that's actually close.
Right.
Whereas yeah, most games at E3, Ghost of Tsushima, all of Sony's Cyberpunk shit, that's not for years away. So that's
But
why,
also-
like, yeah, I check my expectations.
But also, too, with Resident Evil, it was an experience there. They had us go through a haunted
yeah.
house.
Right.
Then we played the game. Then they gave us a shirt. And then they
Yeah.
it was like a whole thing. So that was fun.
Like I'm sure I'll play that at Comic-Con. I am
yeah.
excited to do that.
But also, we should also say, like, I also wouldn't wait 4 hours for that.
No.
Like we went in industry hours and it wasn't bad,
Yeah, buddy.
whatever. So
we
But
priv.
talking about what Derek was saying about like waiting for games to be out, that's why right now is the Steam summer sale. So all these games I've had wishlisted forever, I can just go through my Steam library and pay like $30 for like 50 games. These are all games I can play immediately.
Damn.
Had no expectations. They're so fucking cheap.
It's
and
funny. I
love
didn't
it.
realize Steam Summer Sale started, but I went in my email and it's like 5 games on your wish list are on sale. I should have put 2 and 2 together.
Hell yeah, dude. It goes until like July, until like the first week
That's
or two
cool.
of July.
All the
so-
discounts I saw were not enough to get me to buy the games. It was
Oh,
like
man.
10-20% off of these $60 games. It's like I'm still not paying $40.
Yeah, like
to play
AAA
this.
titles don't go too deep, but all the fucking indie games go
Yeah.
super
I feel
small.
it's funny. I feel like they're not AAA, but the games that are on my list are this weird. Like we're trying to be AAA,
Right.
And no, not getting me. I'm sorry.
I'm waiting
You've
for
been had
quadruple
before.
A.
You're AA at best.
Yeah, what kind of battery are you? Just a little energy humor for you. Energy, you make the world go round.
Oh, an open letter to energy.
Yeah.
So I would get Mario Aces if you like Mario.
Okay.
Sports.
Well, you know,
Alright, good.
so that's what I was gonna say is
yeah,
my
Mario.
brother got it and I watched him and I heard this game was frustrating.
Yeah.
And I watched him play it and that might have convinced me to back away.
Oh, really?
I mean, it was like, rogue shit flying and you
That's the
couldn't
thing,
hit
it's
it.
like,
It was
that
like,
was the
oh,
second
no.
level that I was on
Hell yeah.
when it was
Yeah.
like the stuff like eating my ball. And so
Yeah.
I'm thinking like when it gets down to like what the fire one I'm assuming is going to happen, it's going to be like all fire. I'm going to have to
World 8?
Yeah, I'm a
Well,
little
you're
scared
fucked.
about that.
World 8,
That's
you're
why you gotta
fucked.
practice, dude. You can't be a tennis pro overnight. You gotta fucking put
Yeah.
years.
That actually
of
sounds
dedication.
really fun to me.
Yeah.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah.
Hey, the game I've been playing this week, it was free to download on PlayStation, was Trials Fusion.
Oh,
I was
yeah.
talking to Rocco, like, I don't play every Trials game. I don't need to play every Trials game because they're all the same, and this one is no different. But every time I forget about Trials, it's about time for me to pick it up again. And
Yeah,
I haven't played it
yeah.
in a couple of years, so Trials Fusion is free. And in this one, it's cool because it's kind of like Tony Hawk. You can use the right thumbstick to perform tricks with your motorcycle. The cool thing is, the only other person I know who's played it is Kevin. Because
I played it too.
Well, you're the only person on my friends list whose scores or track
Ooh,
and it
leaderboard.
shows like your
Oh.
little
That's the
ghost
best. That's the
person.
best.
So
Oh, that's
literally,
it.
it's like every track I just want to beat Sparky's score,
nice.
which I
Going
beat
down.
you on every single track now.
Last game too.
Kevin, you gotta go back. And
Kevin
take
always
him down.
plays it
I
first.
haven't played it in years.
This is
Yeah,
Marvel
of
Blast
course.
Ultra.
Kevin probably
Yeah.
played it like 2 or 3 years ago, but just now I'm getting my revenge. So I'm really enjoying Trials Fusion, and it's such a motivator. I've moved through it so fast because I'm like, how many of these levels has Kevin played? I
We'll
think he
get
played
farther
all of
than
them. Yeah, I will get farther than you, but I'm enjoying it, and so good free game this month. I was
Yeah,
telling
that's cool.
Rocco,
That is
yeah,
good.
I'm always bummed out when the free game was Metal Gear Solid 5, a triple A level game that I already own, because it's like, cool, you're giving that away, but I already paid $60 for it.
I was stoked because there was a slight dip in, or not dip, but rise in Metal Gear Online players that
Ooh,
that
nice.
one
Oh,
weekend,
yeah, I
and
know.
then it died again instantly.
Well,
so it was like-
what I thought was cool about it being free is that I have the game on disc, but then it was free to download. So now it's like, well, now I don't have to go get the disc.
Yeah.
You know,
You know
it's like I have it
what?
free on the hard
True
drive.
that.
Yeah, I felt the same way.
So I could pop in and play it.
The game I've been playing this week is I played a little bit on my stream on Friday, but Just Shapes and Beats, which is a game that's been at every convention for like the past 3 years.
Yeah.
I would kind of describe it as like it's a rhythm game meets Geometry Wars meets like a bullet hell. So you're playing
wow.
like a little square on this giant map. And it's all like chiptune electronic music, and the beat is pulsating, and you have to dodge shit kind of like Mega Man, and you just have to survive
Yeah.
this wave. And it's all the colors. It's just pink and blue. It's so visually superb. The sound is great, and it's just this, just like Geometry Wars. You get into this flow, and you just want to keep playing and doing
Headphone
better.
it up or
yeah,
what?
blasting with speakers like. So I've been playing that all week. I'm almost done with like the
What's
story
it on?
mode.
Is it on
It's on
PlayStation?
PC and Switch.
Oh, Switch.
This would be perfect for Switch.
Yeah,
What-
I'm
what's
on
it called?
Switch.
Just Shapes and Beats. It's fucking like visually. Again, it's like a small indie game.
Yeah,
but
it's awesome.
It's awesome. One of my favorite electronic artists, Saberpulse, did some of the soundtrack. But yeah, I've been playing
Shouts
that.
out.
It's Just Shapes and Beats. I recommend it. Check the preview. You'll see if you're into it or not. But it's been a while since I've like clicked with the game for a while. I really like it.
I loaded up Zelda last night for the first time, and my last save was May 2017.
Wow.
Oh, wow. You haven't played in that
It's
long?
literally been a year since I've played.
Damn.
And after going back into Zelda after a year, it's an experiment in like, I know this game is fucking fun. I know this game is fun.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing here.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know where I'm going on this map. I
Yeah.
don't know where my horse is. I don't know what all these fucking potions do.
I
What are
was
these
halfway in between all this shit.
What do these
Where do I
peppers
leave
eat?
off?
What
Yeah.
clothes should I wear? Like, how do you throw shit? It's
You know
like,
what? You know what's
feel
funny
that
about
way.
that is my mom literally said the same thing about 2 days ago.
Really?
She hadn't played in a year.
Yeah.
And she's like, I never beat it, man. I'm going back to that. And she's like, it was like waking up in the desert with no memory.
Yes,
Fuck.
it's like one of those Ben Affleck movies where like you wake up and your mission, like you erased your memory, and it's like they're coming after you. You know, I felt like fucking Jason Bourne.
Yeah.
Like I have all these skills, but I don't know how I know this stuff.
Yeah. That's totally what she said. She's like, and so she actually said, because she loved it, but stuff came out and, you know, she just never went
Yeah,
back.
same
So,
with me.
yeah, she's like, I think she's going to like totally start it over.
That's
she's
really-
like, I was just like, really?
I'm too far into do that.
Yeah, but she was like, I know I'm far into this too, but that's the true way to experience this. I'm
I
gonna do it. It's
guess.
like, okay.
I had that thought, but I know that within an hour or two, it would all come back and be
That's
like,
it.
shit,
Yeah,
I've done
that's
all this.
me too.
When it
Yeah.
was the DLC, I did exactly the same thing. And then, yeah, within an hour, I was like, I'm back in. I got it.
Yeah, so I'd rather just putz around and Hyrule for an
Yeah.
hour until
I get it.
I'm waiting for this great awakening. Like, holy shit, I was killing that divine beast. Try it on over there. Get
Right.
back onto the mission.
That game for me, that's I think the longest I've stayed with a game consistently, because typically with me, just my habits with games is I have a lot to play. So I don't do side stuff. I don't, whatever. I play through the main thing. I beat it. I move on. But this game, it's been a year and change since it came out, and I'm still playing. I mean, the DLC happened, and I am still playing it. Not every day, but it's like I'll go back to it periodically, and I have hundreds of hours. That I can't remember any other game that I've.
I mean, it's a bold statement. I made it before, but this is my favorite game of all time.
Damn,
That's cool.
That's it's in my top my
Which
top 10.
is crazy because it is
Current.
So, current.
That
right?
happens every once in a while.
And when someone says that, you
Yeah.
write it off like, okay, no.
Yeah.
But I was thinking about it like, no, this is like
Yeah.
everything I love is right here.
Yep.
I love it.
That's what happened with me and The Last of Us. Like that came like in my top like 3.
The last time when I beat a game and I thought that's in my favorite games of all time was RE4, I think. Resident Evil 4.
And not The Last of Us?
Because I love The Last of Us, but that's not in my top 10. I love it, don't get me wrong. But no, Resident Evil 4, when that was over, I was like, that was just an adventure like I want to play this again right now. You know, that's the last time that happened. Metal Gear Solid 3, that happened when I beat the game. I was like, that's one of my top games
You're
ever.
riding high
But-
for like a year or two.
fucking-
But I played it years after it came out, so I guess for some reason I don't count that.
I think
but
I'd say Phantom Pain's my favorite video game.
Oh, you
ever.
Yeah.
You fucking set up your Rube Goldberg device to like run that shit while you're not even playing.
Yeah.
You got hard into that.
It has to be your favorite game.
Yeah, you've played that
But
to
before
an ungodly
before
point.
that, I think like Resident Evil Remake. And then before that, it was just Resident Evil 1.
Yeah.
So it's like
Yeah.
every once in a while, like a current game does kind of topple. And
Yeah.
you know, I might change my mind in another 2 or 3 years.
Sure.
But
it's okay.
I fucking love that game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just this free running system that you could just keep playing. I don't know everything in it is. I just look at it and I go, "This is like Garrett's soul in a game."
Yeah.
All the manually like creating and
This might
whatever. I don't
sound
know.
controversial. I might like Twilight Princess more than Breath of the Wild.
Really?
But-
Oh,
I love
really?
Twilight
But
Princess.
to me, that's reasonable. I get it. I get that.
I really like Twilight Princess.
That's a great game.
I
think
really
that-
like Twilight Princess.
Yeah, that might be my favorite Zelda game. And I think it came at a right time in my life where I had a lot of time to play video games.
Yeah.
And really dove into that game.
Yeah.
Really absorbed it. Breath of the Wild I'm enjoying, but I have other things in my life kind of getting in the way where I can't just play it nonstop.
Also, I think the story of Twilight Princess is a lot better than Breath of the Wild. Like,
I
Yes,
really like
I
these.
agree. Definitely.
I really like these cinematic moments in Twilight Princess that
Sure.
really,
Yes.
even to this day, stick out to me as like, wow, that was badass. The fight on the bridge, where they abduct the
Yeah,
kids,
yeah,
and all
yeah.
of that. Just, I really liked it.
What I think. Oh, I was just gonna say what I think is so great and iconic to the Zelda franchise is just now. Derek said that, and I'm looking at the chat, and you have people saying, "Hell yeah, I agree." People who feel like they don't hear that enough about Twilight Princess. Then you have people going, "What the fuck? No, it's Wind Waker or it's whatever." What I love about the Zelda franchise is that every game has that potential, and every game in the series is someone's favorite. You know what I mean? There isn't one necessarily that everyone bags on. I mean, Skyward Sword is the closest where I've seen a lot of people bag on it, but other people were incredibly moved by it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's a franchise where everyone has a debate about why that one is the most special thing to them.
except
And I love that.
My favorite is Link to the Past, because I remember as a
Yeah,
kid
that's
playing
my-
on
that's
Super
my favorite
Nintendo,
still, probably.
being so intimidated as a fucking
Yes.
kid trying to play it, being so intimidated. But even years later, I revisited. I fucking loved that 16-bit era JRPG like look, music, everything about that game is
Yes.
great. Then my second favorite's Wind Waker. I just think the aesthetic of it, that cell shading at the beach, like the vibes of that game is like so charming to me.
Yeah.
They're all
And
special.
the chat was saying, I was going to say this as well, that the one exception is Skyward Sword, that no one liked that game. That was
But I know some people that were
that was
really
that
moved
can't
by
be
that.
favorite. I mean,
I know some people
wow.
who would disagree.
I mean, I did 100% that game, so.
I think people in chat are saying Zelda 2 on the NES. I think we can all agree that's the.
I love that
That's
game.
my least
Really?
favorite. That's my least
I
favorite.
feel like that's the
Absolutely
forgotten
love-
one.
Because I was
Yeah.
just gonna say my favorite Zeldas are. I'm a fan of the whole franchise, and I dip in every now and then. But the first two on the NES are what I grew up playing. So those, it's a debate. I think the first one's definitely my favorite Zelda. Original Zelda. But Zelda 2, I fucking love. The side-scrolling and the music.
Interesting.
And that was what taught me how to play RPGs. Oh, you need the candle to see in the cave. That's why I keep falling down the pit. Like, no one taught me how to play video games when I was a kid except for myself. We didn't have, like, game facts. So I just put 2 and 2 together over hours and hours of just falling down the hole in the cave. Like, that game really, like, scared the shit out of me when, like, I'd get to a new part I had never explored and a knight would come out with projectile swords. I've never seen this fucking enemy before. And I didn't beat Zelda 2 until I was probably 10 years after I started playing it. Me and a friend sat down one night and like
takes that long.
Did it as I had like some more skill as I grew up and started playing Genesis and started playing
as a challenge.
PlayStation.
Let's go back and beat this.
Yeah, then we finally went back and like defeated Ganon, and it was such a fucking huge deal.
Yeah.
That game was hard.
Yeah, it
and,
was.
I think Zelda 2. I might change my story. I think
I've
Zelda 2 might be my
never
favorite.
defeated Ganon in the original Zelda, and I've tried a couple of times. I usually
that's
get
rough.
there's so many labyrinths. I usually get about 8 in, and I think there's only 9 or something. I've come close, but I've never gone the whole way.
I want to say in my top 3 probably favorite Zelda games as well. People are asking about the portable ones.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say in my top 3 of the whole franchise is Link's Awakening on Game Boy. That was such a clever, fun take on Zelda, and it's this thing where where this place he's at might be a dream but it was so clever and cute that's one of my favorite games ever. But also Link Between Worlds on 3DS was really, really
the only
great.
one that I got into was Oracle of Season.
Yeah.
And it came at this time where Pokemon was new, Pokemon Red,
Yeah.
and Pokemon Blue, and they tried to do it with Zelda, Oracle of Season, Oracle of Ages, where it was like 2 halves of the same story.
Yeah.
Trying to get more of
I
your
played
money.
those and I enjoyed those back in the day, but Link's Awakening was the one that stuck with me personally.
That's cool.
Those ones were actually 2 different games with 2 different stories, but they connected and you could cross over items. for
Season
those.
and Ages?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like Pokemon. Pokemon
But
Red, Pokemon Blue were 2 different
Pokemon,
games.
but they were kind of the same game, weren't they? Like
They were the same
Yeah,
map, but
Blue.
different
Same map.
Pokemon.
yeah,
roster, yeah.
but these were actually 2 totally different. Yeah, Oracle Ages and Seasons were
Different
actually
maps?
totally
Yeah.
different. I think.
Which is pretty ambitious for Zelda to make 2 games at the same time and release them, because then
That
it's
was
like
crazy.
it's competing with itself. One is always going to do better than the other.
And I'll say this too: when I was at that age to get those, I could only get one.
Me too.
So I got
Oh,
Ages.
of course.
yeah, and I got Seasons, and I
Really?
think it's because you had Ages.
Oh, okay.
But we never like played together or crossed over.
No.
In case one day you did.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was crazy when that happened, but that's really cool. They should do that again. Give us 2 new Zeldas and let them cross over.
Somebody said that those 2 were made by Capcom.
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
And that's why they're good, but they kind of show a weird side. Like, you're like fighting a kangaroo with punching gloves, and it's like, what's going on?
Tekken shit.
But they're good. They're good. They're good games. And I did like that they put them on the Virtual Console on the 3DS, so I had a chance to replay them. That was pretty cool. I wish we could get some old games on the Switch.
Yeah. What's
Yeah.
up?
They're talking about that with their new online thing. It's going to have like, that's a perk of it. Like you'll get those.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I wish we would get some more info on it.
It's
Like,
surprising the Switch
waiting.
has been out for over a year now, and we don't have a place to buy games yet.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's
I'm-
making so much money on its own. They don't
I
have
know,
To,
I
like,
guess.
they're not
But
scrambling for it.
I do think that's part of their online plan. They basically said it at E3 is like the successor to Virtual Console is this online thing,
Right.
because once you have it, you'll have access to all this stuff. I think they're trying to pivot away from like, buy this old NES game for $8. I think they're looking at like, hey, if you subscribe to this thing
Yeah.
for $20 a
Yeah.
year, you just have access to all of it.
I don't like that.
It's like Netflix.
I do like that.
I want a la carte,
Yeah.
now,
baby, and I want to own it on my hard drive.
I get
old
that,
way.
but I also with like Apple Music, I don't need a like it's so nice just to have any like. You know what? This song I used to love back in the. Let's go and play that
Yeah.
right now. And you listen to it, like I don't want to buy that song, but I want to listen to it right now.
Yeah.
And same with these old games. I think I just want to play them in this moment, and then I'll be over it. In
I think it's
2
also
weeks and
harder
be
to
done.
say because they haven't revealed their slate yet.
True.
So it's like
Yeah.
a year from now, there's so many fucking games. Oh yeah, hell yeah.
But $20 for the whole year is like okay. I mean, 20.
I
bucks
think
a year.
not every solution is going to work for everybody, but
Yeah.
this is the one that hits the most people. Because the downside is I want to play a game, but it's not available, and I don't have a copy of it, so
Yeah,
I'm just
yeah.
fucked. And that's the downside to all the streaming services.
Right.
Yeah.
I want to watch a movie, but I don't own it, and it's not on
Yeah.
Netflix.
Right. Yeah.
And that's ultimately for me why I still have buy all this physical stuff. Is anytime I want to watch stuff, it's not on any of these things.
Amen.
And I got a fucking library at home.
Dude,
so-
hey, for me, the killer is music. Every once in a while, I'll remember a song from like, when I was 20, I used to listen to this song. I'll try to find it. It's nowhere. I'll just get so
Yeah.
bummed out. Like, I downloaded all that shit, and those albums aren't online. Or,
Yeah.
there's such like small bands that aren't around anymore.
Yeah.
If you like something, get it.
Or-
Speaking of which, go to shop.mega64.com. Who knows when those DVDs are going to be gone.
Yeah.
Forever.
A lot of people got our Blu-ray box set recently. Thank you for supporting us with that. And I hope you like it. You can get that and a whole lot more. Shop.mega64.com.
We're not on Netflix, but we should be.
Yeah.
We should be.
Well, honestly, there's so much stuff on our Blu-ray box set. It's like pretty much like having a better Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many tens of hours of stuff on there.
Isn't Red vs. Blue on Netflix?
I was gonna tell a story. Last night, I was going through Netflix and things you may like, and it was that, and I thought, you don't fucking know me.
Oh,
Netflix.
bird.
I want to
You don't know
see
me.
They've been on there
every
for a while.
single time DVD available on Netflix.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you could go to YouTube and watch all those videos, but we should be on Netflix too.
Put the
Yeah.
time DVDs on.
We're gonna work on that.
As an episodic series. Just recut it.
I'm gonna call up Netflix.
We're going to get it on there by
Give them my
tonight.
2 cents.
I mean, it's not hard to get on there.
I already give them my
Exactly.
$9.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got
give you a nickel.
they got The Shining. Why
Hey,
don't they
we're
have us?
joking, but I browse the horror section on Netflix because I love horror, and
Oh,
it is,
yeah.
dude, the most stupid,
Abysmal.
poorly made bullshit is on there. MEGA64 should have been on Netflix fucking years ago.
Isn't there
Too
like a
rich.
cult section, like cult classics, I think we fall into that.
There's probably a video game section.
It doesn't
and they
even
probably
matter.
have jack
they
shit.
have
They
the
don't
show.
worst shit on Netflix. We belong there.
Yeah, well, here's the problem. Netflix doesn't have a masterpieces section.
Oh.
They got me
Where
on
do they
film
put-
struck.
They don't have
Where do they put
an
us?
Internet Hall of Fame section, but if
yeah.
they did, your inaugural filmmakers right here.
Why don't you call up Crackle or call up
No, we're too good for crack.
Yeah, I'm not.
Hulu or something?
Hulu, Voodoo.
We're on Hulu,
Not
Netflix.
Let's we got
Drink
stuff
this.
to promote. We got
yeah.
9 minutes left.
Hey, I want to say patreon.com/mega64 is a great
Yeah.
place to get some bonus content and support your favorite show, which is us. We're just assuming.
That's like our own Netflix.
We're just assuming, and there's great stuff going on there all the time. The gifts, quarterly we send out gifts to everybody. This last quarter was a VHS. We're still waiting on those. This is the first time we've ever done a VHS tape.
Believe it or not.
There were lots of hurdles along the way, but they should be arriving very soon. So sorry for anybody who's still waiting on those, but you will be. I think you'll be really happy. I watched the whole thing. I mean, somebody had to, and
Worth the wait.
it was really, really cool. It was very special. I will say that. Not that you won't cringe a lot.
Oh, you will.
But at least I did. But anyway, it's coming soon. So stay tuned for updates on that. And thank you for checking that out.
We put up a new Flame War Theater this week.
We did.
Yeah, Flame War Theater.
Very well received Flame War Theater episode, Lag Switch, our third one.
Yeah.
Once again, round of applause for Frank Howley.
Fantastic.
damn.
The ending on this,
our
the effect
writer,
was
our
fabulous.
director.
I found that topic while waiting in line at E3 for Dragon Quest XI's booth at like 9 in the morning. I was in a 20-minute line, so I just typed in lag switch and was looking for deep shit. For me, that comes from playing Halo 2 online.
Oh,
Yeah.
Lag
that's
switches were infamous.
that's where I heard about
Yeah,
it.
and so like what it was, I don't know the exact thing, but it was like some system on your router you could set up, and if you like trigger the lag switch, your connection is fine, everyone else's connection gets fucked. So kids would hit that, grab the capture flag, and turn it in. But then what ended up happening, if there were sore losers and like you just lost, people were like, oh, you didn't fucking use the lag
That's
switch.
what happened to
Yeah.
me. Me and my squad would be playing, and over the headset would hit the button, and then usually like expletives.
Oh, man.
Hit the button. It's
Yeah.
like, dude, we're just good. Like, fuck you. We're not hitting a button. And that's when I learned, like, what's that guy talking about? And someone explained
Yeah,
it to me, like,
lag switch.
they figure out a way to turn the
Every
connection on.
time we do a Flame War Theater, I have to ask Frank, what is the a dupe method.
Oh, yeah. It's all fucking.
I don't know what any of these things
It's
are.
all hardcore gamer shit.
Yeah, it's been great.
Yeah, and then like again,
Exploits.
what I love doing Flame War Theaters, like these are just like neutral posts on a fucking deep message board. I take the post, we kind of try to curate a little story through it. We cast it, and then everyone brings their own fucking parts to it. Derek, as this little mischievous troll, is like so like he completely brought that like. Fucking awesome. Rocco's Executioner. Sean is like Ultimate Warrior. Like it's a really fun thing to do.
The weapons in this really get me too.
Dude.
It's just
fucking
Macbeth.
the SOCOM 3 message board's dangerous. Don't want to mess with it.
Serious shit.
It was really cool. I love this episode, and my favorite aspect of this show so far has been Derek's different performance in every episode. No, because in all honesty, like act Shakespearean. Okay, well I know one way to do that, and I'll do that every time. But Derek has been a different form every video, and it's been so entertaining. And this was my favorite because he was so like willy-nilly with, I'll give it to you, but do not call me a cheater. I only hack when I have to, or whatever it was. That was awesome.
It's so great when you see someone act it out though, because the guy says that he's a cheater, and also that he doesn't
I'm
cheat
not
in
a
the
cheater.
same sentence.
But only if I'm forced to.
sometimes.
Yeah,
It's so
we're fucking
good.
shitty.
It's
Only if I'm forced to.
If I'm forced to.
Yeah.
Forced to.
Yeah, I just always try to deliver it from a serious place. I think if you have those lines, it's easy to act like a psychopath.
Yeah.
But I always like to remember that
Grounded.
somebody actually wrote this and believed what they were saying. And they legitimately, they were earnestly saying, look here, Steakhead, I don't give a shit what you think.
Yeah, it was really funny.
Put
like,
some spirit into those words.
with my line, there was like the angry face emoji. So it's like, oh, he just gave me my character.
Yeah.
Like, with that emoji, that's like, oh, this is where I need to go.
Yeah.
It's
Stage
so fun.
direction.
Yeah, it's my stage direction. It was that dumb emoji. It's so much fun to do these.
Sick.
I want to say, if you are I've been loving doing this series, and I have really appreciated all the feedback on it. I've loved hearing what everyone thinks about it. If you are enjoying this series, I know it's not maybe as viral as some of the crazy shit we could possibly put out there, but if you enjoy it, really share it with a friend. Share it, post it wherever you can, because I really do think it's. I think they're a lot of fun, and I think it exudes when you watch it. And I think, there might be some people out there who don't know what it is or don't understand the format, but post it somewhere and let people know. And I think that, I think that's the most I could ask for.
We are still on our quest to 1 million subs.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
haven't talked about that in a while.
Get our stream
But we're
team
still
out there.
doing it.
Yeah, any day now.
And we've got this new studio. We've had to refocus our energy, our attention, but we're still on our quest.
Yeah.
And you're still a soldier. We
That's
still
right,
need
you're
your
enlisted.
help. So if you like our videos, if you're still a part of the MEGA64 army, do your duty and spread the word. Share us with your friends and family. You know our videos are the fucking best out there on the internet.
Yeah, number
Okay?
one.
Don't hoard them for yourselves. Don't be greedy. All right.
'Cause
Share
here-
us.
yeah.
Spread the word with everybody.
Because
We need the help.
Here's the thing, and if people spread it enough and we get enough notoriety, we might qualify to appear at Tanacon next year.
Fuck yeah.
That's the whole
Height
reason I want
of
to
my
go.
life.
Yeah, finally we'll do a cool thing at that venue. But anyway, man, speaking of stuff we're doing, I know, well, if you're watching this on YouTube, it's already out, but we have a video tomorrow that, oh man, I'm so excited to put out. Oh, it's gonna hit you.
Don't sound
A
excited.
lot of times Rocco will sound facetious, but Rocco's actually been we've all been working really hard. On
Everyone busted ass on this
Busted nuts.
in their own unique
Yeah.
way.
We got a new video
And-
coming out tomorrow. You're going to remember this video forever. This is going to be a
Cool.
video that goes down in the MEGA64 history
Cool.
books.
In the
We're
annals.
raising the hype to a level that we
Oh,
cannot
bring it down.
possibly
Halo
meet.
shit.
Sean, bring
Okay,
it down now.
now it's time to bring it down.
Sean, wait, hold on, Sean. You got to lower their expectations.
Yeah.
Rocco teased it. He
Derek,
boosted it.
yeah.
You got to bring it down.
the measure.
I don't get it.
Sounds about right.
that might be enough of a hint right there. Sean
Yeah,
didn't get it.
shit.
Yeah,
Oh,
we gotta
fuck.
shut up. We gotta shut the fuck up.
Anyways, tune in tomorrow. See what we're talking about.
It'll be up in the morning. It'll be up
can't-
in the morning. You're gonna wake up to a fat ass video.
I can't wait to hear.
And we didn't hold it back. We didn't cut that. We always give the advice that people in viral video and people who want to make videos online keep it short. We broke our own
Yeah, but
rules.
You're saying so much.
Okay, wait, hold on.
Oh my-
Back over me.
Oh my god.
There are
Fuck the
certain
rules.
videos that come out and mark the ending of one chapter and the beginning of another. This is one of those moments.
No.
When
Oh,
this is one of the videos that
Abort.
when they have been seen can never be unseen, and you will never, never
Oh fuck.
look at any person in this studio the same
Yeah.
ever again.
Yeah.
Sean, walk
After
it back.
tomorrow's video.
Sean, walk it back.
Sean, walk it back.
I mean, I get the Bedmesser series, but I don't get this.
Oh, you had to bring them.
God,
bed
you're
master
plugging
up.
your own content now.
Plugged it. I guess I'll walk it back properly.
Yeah.
The video's just okay.
I'm gonna give it a thumbs up.
I'm gonna give it. You know what?
Give it 2 thumbs.
You know what? It's pretty meh.
How TMZ hasn't leaked this fucking
Yeah.
thing yet?
Fucking
Beats me.
Harvey Levin ain't doing
Hey,
his fucking job.
In all honesty, though, jokes aside,
Yeah.
many times that we were shooting stuff for it,
I've been
there
very-
were multiple times, multiple
Yeah.
locations, people driving by or running by, recording it on Snapchat because they couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
I'm not joking.
No,
people
yeah,
doing that and going,
leaked
oh!
Leaked
And
footage is already out there.
so somewhere it's already been
stories.
seen, but and I remember thinking, "Fuck! If anybody spoils this, I'm gonna be upset." But those guys are all nobody.
Yeah.
We're somebody.
Nobodies.
They're paparazzi scum.
Yeah.
Yep.
And
Some Nightcrawler.
our internet soldiers, they don't support paparazzi scum.
Back on me.
Take him out.
I phoned it in.
Oh, come on.
Oh, no.
I thought you did a great job.
Okay.
Phoned it.
Well, we've been.
Jansen?
We've been we've hyped. You know, that's enough.
We've
Well,
done
people
enough.
see it soon enough.
Yeah.
Anyway, we should
Gangnam
tonight. We're going to announce some stuff. Should we get to that?
Let's
You
do
wanna
it.
Just do it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Totally.
Bring it out.
Okay. We are coming to. We're going to go into keynote mode.
Ooh.
Now. Hell yeah.
Sit back.
We are, coming to a couple events coming up, and I'm gonna skip all the keynote numbers and info and bells and whistles. We've had an excellent quarter here at MEGA64.
Absolutely.
We don't
Oh,
need
yeah.
to we don't need to hit you with the bars and graphs and all that stuff. We've been having a great success. I'm trying to think, the YouTuber, whatever, Tanacon failed. We continued, and we're just killing it. Number 1 YouTubers in the game. So, we're going to be attending Anime Expo on July 5th through the 8th.
Damn.
And we have a panel. I think this has all been seen. I think this is all out there now. But MEGA64 Filler Recap Bathhouse episode panel at the beach is Thursday, July 5th, 8:30 p.m. in room LP1.
This is one of our biggest panels all year.
Every year, it's a big one.
It's a big one
and
for
it's
us.
gonna be fun. We're gonna debut some cool stuff, show some risky stuff, show some safe stuff, just to give you both sides.
You're gonna want to be there.
Yeah, so it's going to be a great panel. But also, too, if you're going to San Diego Comic-Con, we will be there as well.
Yes.
July 19th through the 22nd. Now, I don't know if I was allowed to say when this panel was. So no one saw that here. But can you put it back? MEGA64 Ultimate Multi-Billion-Dollar Cross-Franchise Team-Up Panel is Friday, July 20th, 8 p.m., room 25 ABC.
You should have called it the Game of Thrones panel. Just flat
Yeah.
out.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
no MEGA64 whatsoever.
Yeah, because Game of Thrones is skipping. We
Game
could
of
have taken
Thrones
it.
panel.
Oh.
Is it too late to change it?
Dope.
Hey, if the menu at Comic-Con, the menu
Yeah.
says Game of Thrones panel, that's us.
Yeah.
Okay, so just put that in
Yeah.
your mind now. We might do that later.
Come in.
HBO's totally skipping Comic-Con this year.
Good.
So this is
Really?
they really are. Because what do they have to? Westworld will have ended. It's
tonight.
ending tonight. Game of Thrones not coming for a year.
What about the new season of Girls?
What
Done.
about
Shit.
what's that new show? I
David
don't
Simon's
remember.
working on the Deuce season 2. Barry's coming in.
Yeah.
for
What about the
season
Deuce
2.
season 2?
Yeah.
Yeah. What about
Anyway.
the D?
What about Real Sports with Brian Gumble?
Yeah. What about season 8 of that?
Yeah, Hard Knocks.
Mr. Show season 5.
Well,
Yeah.
well.
It could happen. Okay.
Yeah, keep
so
going. Move on.
all right. Anyway, so we're gonna be at both of those events, Anime Expo and Comic Con.
Got it.
What are we gonna have at those events? Check it out. All the hit stuff that you want us to have.
nice.
And these are
Launch
just
week.
these are just a few items.
New shit.
The pink sweatshirt we have basically retired.
Right.
It's gonna be whatever we have left after this pre-order stuff.
I guess we decided
but-
the winner of the M64 funny video shirt
Yeah,
was
the video TV shirt.
classic yellow. Not my favorite. I actually preferred the zebra
Yeah.
blue. But the people
That was the winner, the
People
red
spoken.
one.
They like the classic
I like
yellow.
it.
Classic.
This is my favorite.
I'm interested.
But we'll have full stock on all kinds of stuff. We'll have the Nightmare shirt, the Dream hoodie, the long sleeve, all the hit stuff that you've seen already. A lot of the stuff we have debuted already, 64 day, whatever, but we'll have there and all that stuff. So be sure to check that out. All the stuff you want, we'll have it at the booth. But let's debut a few new things. Just a few.
Hit it.
Some stuff we'll have. We might not even say. We might not even announce. But here's the few things we're willing to show. One of my favorite things we had last year is we did our first enamel pin, and they turned out deluxe. They turned out gorgeous, stunning. Just well. Not only do we have a new pin, we have 2 new pins.
Oh, that's amore.
And you got one that's loud and one that's classy. Check them out right
proud.
here. The 64 pin
Dope.
and the archive pin. Now, those are going to be available for the first time ever at our Anime Expo booth and our Comic-Con booth.
Nice.
You know what?
SDCC.
Actually,
You got him?
Oh,
Pin,
Derek,
pin.
advanced.
look at that right there.
Look at that.
Look at the size of these.
Those are big.
Those are nice.
They look
and so
nice.
bright and vibrant, that 64.
Oh,
Look
do
at
some
that.
magic tricks. Dude, that's cool.
The archive pin is done in this like chrome finish that looks
Sick.
so nice. I love those.
Wow.
They are.
They really
these
are. When,
like the nicest pins we've done in a
Yeah.
while. They got
So-
some size. Look, double pin on back. For
That
some
ain't
flexibility.
falling
Flexibility,
off.
double pin.
You ain't losing this one.
So yeah, those turned out great. They'll be available the first time at Anime Expo and at Comic-Con. Then this next item, we wanted, as you saw in the previous slide there, we had that beanie that looks real comfortable, looks real soft, looks great. But the hat people feel like, I want something soft and wonderful too, but I want a hat. Maybe I'm not a beanie guy, whatever. Well, this is just meant to be classy. If you're one of these classy people, check out the 64 soft hat.
Wow,
It's classy.
that's nice.
We're keeping
That's
it
nice.
understated. If you want to go loud, we have plenty of other items, but the 64 soft hat is going to be available for the
Damn.
first time
That's
at
nice.
Anime
If you
Expo
want,
and Comic-Con.
a hat where it says 64 made out of these bloody veining penises.
Yeah.
We already have that.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
We got
This
that
is-
motherfucker.
This is for the person who doesn't want the bloody cocks on their forehead.
that's on lock, though.
This is for the other type of
if
person.
you do want it.
And this is on like a new type of hat that we discovered that fits so nice, so comfortable. It feels great. So we're going to have those for the first time at Anime Expo and Comic-Con.
That looks
So
like
looking
something
forward to
Tiger
that.
Woods would wear out on the court.
Let's
Or
not
in
bring
the
him
bedroom.
into
I
this.
told him that
Let's
he
not.
can't wear it because he's a
What?
bad golfer now.
Because he's black?
I said, get better at golf and then you can wear a hat, Tiger.
Wow.
That's what you said? I love how
what
you
I
just
said.
don't even acknowledge Derek.
didn't
That's a
even
good
great.
move. That's a smart move.
I didn't hear what he said.
Sorry,
Good.
I don't hear
That's good.
negativity.
Killer all around.
All for the best.
She heard it.
Yeah.
Okay, this next item, we all kind of do different, we all kind of are in charge of different designs. Derek had his video TV shirt. He was kind of in charge of that. We all have our own different things here. This one is one of mine, and I just want to say it's going to be controversial. Some people are going to say, what are you doing? What is this? Some people are going to say, that's exactly what I've always wanted.
Okay.
This shirt,
Wow, polarizing.
this shirt is called the Hacking in Progress shirt.
Oh, that's nice. I like that.
Wow.
Oh, whoa.
Wow.
It's
I like that.
It's got it's iconic. It's
a
got
YouTube.
something that you just can't get anywhere else.
YouTube screen cap.
It's
How many likes are
Hold
on?
on.
How many likes are on that
Cyberpunk,
video?
dude. Looks like I'm in.
Wait, go back.
How many likes are on that video, Derek?
Is this view count accurate?
yes.
What?
Okay.
It's up to date.
Okay, good.
It will be up to date when you order.
Live updated.
It will be.
240,000. I thought that video had way more.
It will be. I
well,
think.
now
I
that
think
the
it's at
shirt is
7.
out, it's free promotion. Yeah.
Well,
7 was a 2.
yeah, it will be an up-to-date hit count when you get the shirt, and if we ever get more hits on the video, we'll have some kind of trade-in program.
Yeah,
where
Kevin
we can-
will
What's
take
Yeah.
care of
that video?
that.
Is that video at like
Kevin will-
700,000?
Yeah.
Wow.
Kevin will
Almost a
figure that
million.
out. That's up to him.
Send him a firmware update.
That's
or
pretty
something.
good.
Thank you
Almost
for-
a million views.
Anyway.
It's high fashion as far as I'm concerned.
It
Anyway,
is.
so
That's a statement.
Anyway, so the Hacking in Progress shirt will be available for the first time at Anime Expo and San Diego Comic-Con. Now,
People are gonna love that. You're absolutely right.
Or hate it.
A lot of
Everyone's
are
gonna hate it.
but
That's
some
true.
are gonna fucking love
That's
it.
gonna be a bestseller.
Cybersecurity will hate it. Everyone else will.
Yeah,
love it.
yeah, that's
That's
a
gonna
good
be a
point.
bestseller.
okay. Now, that's all the stuff that is going to be at the booths that will be there first. And whatever, if we have anything left over, they'll make their way online later
Okay.
if they don't sell out. But the next few things are exclusive. These are exclusive to the event, and we're very excited to debut them now. One thing that was done earlier this year is we did an online pre-order for the Dream hoodie and the Nightmare shirt.
Yeah.
And when we finally released those and people got them, our good friend Mariel Cartwright, the artist of those items, she did a cool sketch that to include with the stuff, because it was kind of it took a while to fulfill everyone's order. So it's like, as a thank you for waiting, here's this awesome sketch. And some people even framed that sketch, but it was just like a fun thing that Mariel did, just because something to look cool. But I liked that sketch. This was not planned, but I liked that sketch so much. I was like, people at home got that artwork exclusively. The people at the con didn't get that printed artwork.
Yeah.
But maybe for the cons, we could put that sketch on a shirt. So this is the con exclusive 2018 shirt.
Boom.
And it's got that artwork on it. And that is exclusive at Anime Expo and San Diego Comic-Con at our convention booths this season.
Is that one of those things where you have to turn it like on its side for it to say MEGA64?
No, it says it.
No, it's
It's just very
vertical.
tall letters.
It's
Well,
just
that's
very
the
long.
optical illusion. If you have tall letters like this, right?
Oh, you lay it
and
on
you
its
lay them
side.
flat, the
Yeah.
letters become condensed,
Or even-
and then you can read them normally. Did you know about that optical illusion?
Well, no, I just thought you just open your eyes like that. And
I
you
think
can see
if
it fine.
somebody was wearing that shirt, they'd have to lay down on a bed, and you'd have to stand over them and get the right angle to read that,
That
says
sounds-
MEGA64.
Or you'd have to be kneeling in front of them.
Or
Either of
kneeling in
those.
front of them, looking up. Either way,
Either way,
Submissive.
you
I'll be
win.
doing that.
It is.
I'll be doing that
suggestive.
Nice.
The next thing that I want to show is, we always at every con have an exclusive poster. So this is for Anime Expo. Here it is, the Anime Expo exclusive poster.
This is
and that
amazing.
the only place you can get that is our booth at Anime Expo.
I've watched the show.
Yeah,
I have too.
Nina
It's
Matsumoto, MEGA64. You guys have seen it.
Yeah.
Nina Matsumoto did this artwork, and she did a great job. But that's going to be available at our booth at Anime Expo. Now, at San Diego Comic-Con, we are going to have an exclusive poster there too, but we're going to show that later. That's not today. We're going to give that a little bit of time.
Tease 'em.
And show that later. But that's the Anime Expo exclusive poster. I really like that. And then finally, the last item I want to debut. This is going to be, I'm really excited about this because it features someone very special here. An exclusive item that is going to be at all the summer cons, and I'm really happy to debut this. It's part of a collection, and I hope that some people will make the trip to get this holy grail of an item. MEGA64 Day, all the online people, you got two exclusive plushes for online. We did Black String and Twilight Curdle, and all the summer cons are going to get the exclusive Sean.
Say it
plush.
ain't
Oh
so.
my God.
Look at
That
that.
is amazing.
Look at that.
It's me.
Oh,
That will be-
Hawaii.
The Game Crypt crew is completed.
That's all 4 characters have been released.
all
look
4
at-
members of the band.
I got my penguin shirt.
so
That's
if you're
fucking great.
so if you're a true
Yeah.
fan, you'll have all 4 plushes. And
Yeah.
If not,
We're putting kind of each one in a different way of getting, Garrett's was in the Patreon.
If you're a
the
true
other ones
internet
were-
soldier,
Yeah.
you would have achieved all 4.
yeah.
So-
I wonder which is the hardest to get, Garrett or Sean. Garrett was one time only,
You
but
were
available
saying-
to the whole world.
Yeah, you were
But-
saying the Patreon was.
But
was,
Sean, you can only get it in person. So
Yeah.
you have to go to a special location.
you two were
It's-
both exclusive MEGA64 Day.
Yeah. So we'll see.
Fun stuff.
But
the
anyway.
whole collection though.
Yeah,
that's gonna
be cool. So anyway, we have all that and a whole bunch of other crazy stuff. So yeah. So there's even one item I'm thinking of right now that we haven't even shown that will be there that I think people will be stoked on. So, by all means, visit us at Anime Expo and San Diego Comic-Con. And again, when this stuff, a lot of this stuff, when the cons are over, if we have some left over, we'll put some online. But the exclusives are exclusive. So
People are already trading
Find a
to
way.
Sean for a Garrett. We don't even have the fucking pleasure. God damn
Dude,
it.
hell yeah. Go make a deal. Get on that
God damn it.
get on that subreddit.
Video
or
game
something.
deals, dude. Find that shit.
anyway, so
it.
there you have it, everybody. So that's our show. There you have it.
There's a lot of good
That
announcements.
was fun.
Don't they always have like one big surprise announcement at the very end?
It was
Is that the
was
Sean?
it.
Oh, I was waiting
Great.
for like a big one. Like,
thought you were paying
Oh.
attention. That
There
was
it is!
Great,
Oh,
great,
come on, Frank.
great
Not like a new,
follow up to
like,
that.
not a new
Look
iPhone?
at
The fucking plush doll.
Hurting his feelings.
The toy of me. I
Are
will
you
have a toy of me.
Your kids are gonna enjoy that.
My kids
right?
are gonna fucking love that. And when I go on trips and they're missing me, like, no, you have the toy of me.
Hey, what's more?
It's
They're gonna
probably better-
voodoo
only
doll.
give them once. They have to fight for it.
Sean's gonna
That'd be
find that
fucking
thing
cool.
with like pins
Yeah.
in its eyes.
Yeah.
Bunch
You
of
think they
like
would do that? Yeah.
lighter burns
Yeah,
up
dude.
the arm or
Lighter
something.
Dude, make it like
It burns
fucking
up the
Chucky,
arm.
dude.
They're
Child's play.
hit with
Your
the
soul's
switch.
gonna go inside that Sean doll.
Electrocute his ass.
Be cool as hell. I'm excited to see what happens.
Well, thank you for watching.
I didn't catch any of that. What are you
Dude.
talking about?
Child's play.
Oh,
voodoo
the movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna
The
voodoo
charity.
doll
Oh, okay.
of me.
Yeah, I didn't know. I was like, charity. What's wrong with charity?
Oh no.
I did hear though, yeah, if you get all 4 of the Game Crypt crew together, you can have a seance with them, and
Summon
they
Payman?
summon a fifth demon. Awesome.
Hell payment.
So if you get them all together, you do have to have all 4 though.
What's your favorite charity and your least favorite charity?
Favorite charity. Can I start with least favorite charity?
Yeah.
Charity. Susan G. Komen. Race for a Cure.
Oh yeah.
They've been doing. All right. Listen. Nothing against cancer.
Good night.